welcome back. I'm just gonna skip all the introductions and crap. Let's just get on with open relationships. That's the topic for today. So, what's an open relationship? Let's look at what it says on Wikipedia. Yeah, I'm just gonna like switch tabs right now. I think you can still see me anyway. An open relationship is an interpersonal relationship in which the parties want to be together, but in which they agree that a romantic or sexual relationship with another person is accepted, permitted, or tolerated. To a large degree, this is a generalization of the concept of open marriage beyond matrimonial relationships. So basically, what it means is that, okay, you're in a relationship and there's certain relationship things that you do with other people while you're in a relationship with one person, but it's no commitment, really. Yeah. So, what do you think about open relationships?
Not a big fan. I mean, it takes the venom out of the sting of cheating, but it kind of defeats the whole purpose of love in itself, to be honest, because it makes love kind of redundant. Because love mean like you specifically love that person, not that person and that person. But
Well, I mean, not
I mean,
all,
not love, and I mean in love.
or I get that, but I mean, what's wrong with just sex then? Like, if there's no love involved, but you're
Well,
just having sex with another person and you're in a relationship, there's nothing wrong with that.
well, sex could be like friends with benefits. That's more like it. I could cope with that.
So, oh, so you're okay with, okay, I'm in a relationship with one person, but we agreed that we can have sex with other people.
Somewhat, yes. Somewhat,
Okay.
somewhat.
And what about other things, romantic things, like going to movies, holding hands, kissing, hugging?
It kind of makes it feel like an affair, even though the other person is aware of it. But it still feels, I don't know, make me feel dirty afterwards.
See, I wouldn't do it in marriage, really. Like, I think that's one thing, but I don't know. In a relationship, I think if it's just sex, it's just an attraction. What if it's a fetish that you have? Your girlfriend doesn't have dreadlocks, and you like dreadlocks, so you go sleep with someone who has dreadlocks.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, that's understandable.
somewhat.
You're just fulfilling a fantasy that you have that your person can't fulfill. I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, it's not. I guess it's not wrong with that, but yeah, like you said, you wouldn't do it with marriage because marriage is like that's the
Yeah, I
big
think that
step.
I mean
That's
people. Well, we have open marriages too, and I don't really judge people. Do what you want,
yeah, I
but
don't judge it.
I don't know if I could do that. I don't know.
Yes,
Uh,
but I don't. I'm not a big time believer of monogamy. You could be in love with more than one person. I don't know if at the same time,
yeah, I don't know about that either.
but
But it's
you
not.
should try.
It's not always about love. Sometimes it's attraction, you know, and that's really it, really.
Yeah, but it's like marriage is more like I love you together and
Yeah, I know
to
what you're
have you and
saying.
hold you and all that. I don't know the vows. I've
Yeah.
never been
Well, let's look at different types of open relationships. There's strict where you have strict restrictions where, okay, so maybe you could just do foreplay with a person but you can't have intercourse, or maybe you can have intercourse but no cuddling, things like that. What do you think about that?
I believe that's a pretty good rule because it's like cuddling and all that stuff. It makes it confusing for the heart,
Yeah, I
because
think
you
so.
can't really control who you love in a way. And then it's like you get all these emotions that kind of stack up on top of that. Then it makes it real hard to see what's just sex and what's love.
So what about the foreplay but no intercourse rule? What do you think about that?
Uh, well, you can't fall in love with somebody who's giving you head, in my opinion.
Then again, I mean that's not necessarily true.
I mean, just giving you head, that's it. I mean, I wouldn't fall in love with someone
But
who
what
just.
if you just like if you go out and you do friend things and go to movies together and stuff like
That would
that?
be against the rules.
Oh, you would think that would be,
Yeah,
but you go to movies with friends and that's not a problem. So
my friends ain't giving me head though.
okay, so it could be one or the other, but
Yeah,
not
one
both.
or the other, not both, because then that makes it extremely confusing.
Now I don't get like, well, let's see what else we have here. Some relationships permit sex outside the relationship, but not love. So you could basically have
Mm,
sex, but you can't love the person, or
that that's confusing to me because it's like,
you can't control who you love.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, how you gonna go against
I
you go against the rules
I th-
obliviously.
I think the rule is if you fall in love with another person, then you leave the relationship. Then you say, okay, I can't be with you because I'm in love with someone
Yeah,
else.
that seems reasonable.
But
That
at the same time, I mean, you love many people in your life, so I don't think that's necessarily fair to say, well, I
yeah,
love another person.
I mean, but they mean like in love because in love is more rare. It's
I don't think
it's
I've ever been in love, so I can't really.
I
But
I believe I have in a way because it's like when you in love, that's that's the first person you think about when you go to
right,
sleep, when you wake up, they're all on your mind. You're like, fuck everything else. That's
yeah.
it. But
See, yeah, I've never quite been there, but what I'm saying is, okay, oh, so maybe it's like, maybe you, once you fall in love with that person, you can't have sex with them anymore. That could be it. Like, okay, once I'm in love with this person, I have to cut off that person sexually. Maybe
well,
that could be what they're talking about here.
perhaps, but then that's when it's like love versus sex in a way, because it's like when you in love with somebody, you want physical contact with them
Right.
to show that you love them. Because when you're
Oh no, no. What I'm saying is that okay, you're in a relationship, you're in love with the person, and you're having sex with them. Now you have a person on the side that you're having sex with, but you fall in love with that person.
oh you
Now
fall in
that
love with the
with
side
the
person.
side person, that's when you have to stop being sexual with the side person
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
right, that's what I'm talking about. So I think maybe that's what they mean by sex but no love. Maybe that's what
yeah. It could definitely mean that.
now, let's see. Some polyamorous do not accept distinctions in a relationship, not in a relationship. That's pretty much, you're not in a relationship. There's no label, so you just do whatever you want. That's just being single to me, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
That's what it looks
That
like.
is single and mingle.
That's it. And let's see. Polyamorous, they believe themselves capable and desirous of multiple loves.
Hmm.
So, um, that I am polyamorous. My primary partner and I have an open relationship. Yeah, I still see that as being, I don't know, single.
Um, it might not be. It it just seems more like a kind of relationship that's like, I like you, you like me, but I'm not gonna hold you down
Right.
kind of thing.
Now
But it's still, yeah, it's still single, right?
there's long distance relationships where, because you're not getting that physical thing from your primary partner who's away, you can do things with other people. I think you would do it anyway, though. I mean, you're not
Yeah.
gonna get caught anyway. But it's dishonest to do that. So,
Yeah,
agree to it or just leave the person. I mean, if you're really in love with them, and you're long distance, I can understand why you'd want to like try to maintain that. But
yeah,
sometimes, if you don't think there's any chance that you guys are gonna get back together, I mean, be reunited physically. On the other hand, if it's like, let's say you go away for a year, I mean,
I
I can
that,
understand why you would wander. I mean,
but that you could wait, with just a year. But then it's like even I somewhat understand situations where the females they waiting for their baby daddy to come out of jail. That's doing is
yeah,
doing major
that just makes
times,
no sense to me.
7 and up years, so she banging the homies.
But well, yeah, exactly. But I mean, yeah, I can understand it. But I mean, like, well, even a year though. I mean, you're gonna have
A
other
year
people
is
walk
not
up.
that much. You could wait a year.
I've never been in that position. I just can't really say, but maybe.
Uh,
But okay, some people who occasionally use an open relationship to test their partner. Test their partner how to see if they're actually gonna take that. Because if you offer someone a way out, I mean, a way to cheat, get free
yeah,
something on
they're
some.
gonna take it eventually.
Well, not necessarily. Maybe that's what they're saying. If you're really in love with the person, maybe you only have eyes for them. I've never, like I
Yeah,
said, I don't know what it's like,
I
but
mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like I could be in love. Of course, my eyes still gonna wander.
see, I
I'm gonna
don't
find
know.
people attractive. Doesn't mean I want to sleep with every girl that has a nice rack or
See,
booty.
I can't say I've never been in love because I don't even know what it means. So, but they say though when you're in love, you know. So,
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
know when you're in love. You
I,
definitely
I don't know. I mean, I guess I felt like it, but I don't know. The additional relationship can also be without sex or physical contact with other people. That's like friendship. You know, you do romantic things, but you don't have sex.
Yeah, it's definitely friendship.
So like, but then again, there is a line drawn there because, well, no, physical contact though.
Mm.
Oh, no, but phone sex. That's not
Yeah,
physical contact.
that's
That's
not
not
at all.
sex. So I guess so. Let's say having phone sex or cyber sex or sending naked pictures. You can do that, but you can't have sex with them. That's interesting. I
Yeah.
don't see any problem with that because you really it's just a fantasy. That person isn't real because you don't know that person. That person could have diseases, stuff crawling in
Yeah.
them, could smell bad, but you're
Ugh.
all you're doing is looking at that face. So it's really a fantasy. It's not even a real person you're with. So I don't see necessarily a problem with that.
In fact, I think I have a few relationships like
So yeah.
that. Not because I don't want to have sex with them, but
So it's a good topic. Oh wow, about to be like 11 minutes.
wow.
So I think that's really about it. Well, let me see. Uh, my Facebook account, facebook.com/tk24life. Let's see what you guys have to say about it. Leave a comment in the comment box. Like, dislike, do something. And but make a YouTube account if you so you can comment because. And also subscribe if you have a YouTube account. Or make one and then subscribe.
Yes.
And that's it. That's a wrap. See you next time. Peace.